Hey y'all, Stephanie Lalo here from Lalo Acres. I am going to show you a quick stuffed chicken breast that I made for Jeff and I for Valentine's Day. It's clean ingredients, keto, and best of all, it's easy to make. It's going to be a very, very quick video for you, so you'll be able to just tag along with me and complete your meal in a fashion that is like easy, and I promise you're gonna love it. So stay tuned. Alrighty, let's get started. I took 2 chicken breasts. They were fairly large. Butterflied them with a knife, so be careful and take your time. I placed them in between parchment paper and pounded them out with a meat mallet. This ensures that the chicken will be tenderized and also thin enough to be able to stuff. Once I finished both chicken breasts, I placed them aside on the parchment paper, and I got out some salt and pepper and some fresh parsley that I dried, oregano, one of my favorite Italian seasonings that's got some spice to it, and also some onion powder and garlic powder. Sprinkled it all over the chicken breast, and then I took a generous amount of baby spinach, placed it on one side of the breast, and then used about, I want to say, 1/4 cup of mozzarella cheese for each chicken breast. Just shredded it there, and some pecorino romano, just a little bit. I like pecorino romano because it has a really good salty bite to it. Folded them in half, and once I was finished with that, I had already got a pan out and covered it in aluminum foil, and I drizzled some rendered bacon fat that we had set aside. Continuing on, I took a 1/2 cup of mayonnaise and some more of the pecorino romano, about a 1/4 cup of that, shredded that quite fine, and mixed it up with a fork just till it makes like a paste, kind of, and added some salt and pepper to that, and spread it out on the bottom of the dish and coated each chicken breast. I covered all the sides and flipped it over and made sure that it was evenly distributed. The mayonnaise helps keep chicken moist, and the cheese gives it a nice crisp when it's baking up and adds a little bit of that saltiness, which I don't know who doesn't love that. So yeah, I placed them on the pan and took out the rest of what I could from the dish of the mayonnaise and Parmesan mixture, and just finished coating the rest of the breasts. I try to use every little last bit up that I can, and put the pan, oh no, I'm sorry, then I shredded some more of the pecorino romano on top and placed the pan on the top shelf into my 350-degree oven for 15 minutes. While the chicken is baking, I got out a pan, a like wok saucepan type dish, and put a little bit of my dried parsley flakes in there, some olive oil, roasted red peppers from the jar, and I believe, there we go, I had Malin bring me a fork and poured some of the oil juices from the roasted red pepper as well. Excuse the plane in the background. I added some more oregano and cayenne pepper, a little more of the Italian seasoning, and also more garlic. Mix that generously so that the herbs would cook down with the roasted red peppers. Get it nice and steamy. I added heavy cream. I usually do about a 1/4 cup depending on how much sauce I want. And I think here I finished the container just to use up. I think it ended up being about a 1/2 cup. And I cut each red pepper with my spoon in half to have more of like a bite-sized piece. I also took a small bit of chicken collagen that I had in the jar from when I made stock, and added that just to add a little extra chicken flavor, and it basically dissolves down into a broth. Added a little more pecorino romano because who doesn't love cheese? And you can never have too much. The cheese also will thicken up the sauce so that it's not too liquidy and that it'll help coat the chicken really, really well. I cooked this on a medium-low heat, tasted it, and it was phenomenal, and covered it. The chicken was done, pulled it out from the top rack, moved it to the bottom rack, and baked it for an additional 10 minutes. Checked on the sauce, chicken was done. With tongs, moved it into my sauce mixture, and then I took all those yummy chicken bits and cheese and put that into the wok with the chicken breast, mixed everything together generously, and also scooped that roasted red pepper cheesy goodness all over the chicken breast. Simmered until we were ready to eat. And there you have it. Bon appetit!